Hello and welcome to Learn to Drive the Easy Way. I'm approved driving instructor Michael Gambin, and I'm going to show you how to drive manual, automatic and cars fitted with disability controls in the easiest way possible. So sit back, relax and enjoy. And remember to hit the subscribe button underneath to see all of our videos. So the reverse bay park, this is a manoeuvre that you could be asked on your driving test. It's also a commonly used manoeuvre after you've passed. Now, the examiner will not designate you a bay, it's for you to decide which one you want to go into. Now, every instructor will teach you a different technique, pretty much. The way I'm going to show you is the way I prefer to do it, but if you get shown a different way, that's fine. I'm going to show you the 90-degree technique now, which basically means that you are 90 degrees to the bays that you're going into. You can do the 30-45 degree technique as well. Your instructor will show you that if they wish to teach you that technique instead. So the first thing is position your car a car width away from the bay you're going into. This is for two reasons. Number one, it stops you from hitting the car next to you before you enter the bay. And the second thing is that you now have more time to adjust if you need to. The next thing is POM routine to reverse back and get to your turning point. Now the turning point is different from one car to another, so you will learn where that is for you. In this car, which is the Fiat 500, it's when your shoulder is in line with the middle of the second bay. In my other learner car, which is the Abarth 500, so exactly the same car but the turbo version, it's when my shoulder is in line with the third line, and that's because the turn on the steer is not as much. This car has 1.5 turns till it's full locked, whereas the Abarth only has 1.25. So you will learn where that is for your vehicle. Once you get to that point, full lock towards the bay. So if you're going into a bay on your passenger side, you want to turn the steering wheel to your left. If you're going into a bay on your driver's side, you want to turn the steering wheel to your right. Full lock as quickly as you can whilst keeping the car nice and slow, whether that's clutch control or using the brake or accelerator control again if you're in an automatic. Keep looking around, make sure that you know your surroundings. It's one of the most common reasons why people fail, so cover your back, plenty of observations all around. And keep an eye on your mirrors. You want to be in between the lines, so you want to see those lines in your mirrors. If the line is disappearing behind your car, say on the driver's side, that's showing you that you're too much over to the right, so you need to move the car over to the left. If the line's disappearing on your passenger side mirror, you're too much to the left, so you want to get it back over to the right hand side again. Now you can either do that by over swinging the car or by moving forward and then reversing back again, and there is nothing wrong with doing that. The examiner, your instructor, even me, we can't do this manoeuvre perfect every single time, but if you can adjust it to make it correct, that's what we want. Okay, at the end of the day, we're not looking for perfection, we want to see somebody that's in control of a car. So don't worry about moving forward, and if you have to move forward, move forward. Don't just move half a metre, that's not going to help you. Move nice and close to the silver card opposite, for instance, about 1.5 metres, 2 metres away, so the examiner doesn't get panicky, before then reversing back. And try to position the car when you move forward in a way that all you have to do is reverse back in a straight line. Once you're in the bay, secure the car. The examiner will then say, are you happy with that? Not all the time, but sometimes. It doesn't mean that you've done it correctly, it doesn't mean that you've done it wrong, they're just wanting to confirm. If you're unsure, fold the mirrors down, have a look. If you need to, secure the car, switch the engine off and walk around. There is nothing wrong with doing that. Make sure you're in between those lines to stop you from needing to do another test. Now I'm going to show you how that's done. Like I said, the first time you're going to see it, it's going to be as if you turn at the correct point. The second time is if you've turned too late, and the third time is if you've turned too early. So I'm going to find my bike point, 7-point check, start to reverse, looking around. When I get to my turning points, I steer and I keep looking around. Now what I want to do is be looking at these mirrors to make sure that I'm in the space. Now I can see I've turned a little bit early, so I'm just going to straighten up the wheel, get the car to go more over to the left before putting my turn back on to make it straight. When I see that I'm straight with both mirrors, I then straighten up the steering wheel to be in. Now if I've turned too late, I will then have to either overswing the car or move forward. So on this occasion I'm going to turn late, and I can see that I'm much more over to the passenger side, so I'm going to keep my right turn on to make the car overswing. Once I'm then more in, I can then do my corrective steer. So I've put full lock left on now, and again looking around to make sure I'm in. So from an over position we can still adjust it. Now if I've turned too early, which is also a common fault but not really a fault as such, it's much easier to fix. So if I've turned too early, so here I'm going to be about half a bay too early, I can see that that line's disappeared behind my car, so I'm going to go to straight to allow the car to come over. Once that back wheel was just about to touch that line, I then put the turn back on again, and that then again allows me to be inside the bay. So I hope this video has helped, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.